we have a race for you today. Uh, what's up, everyone?
Hey, Couch. Hope you're doing well. You are correct. This is indeed a restream. Can't wait to see what kind of restream we have for us today.
Looks like we got some pretty tasty objectives here on the optionals.
A triple boss hunt with a tiny child for a start. Yeah, I think I'm hitting any place I can get XP early to get her going.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we've got a decent group of people racing this seed today.
Decker has been just running rush shot all over these qualifiers so far. I haven't seen too much on the other three, but Decker's, I think, second or third in the standings at the moment, so looking for another good performance there. Looking for good performance out of all four of our runners, I should say.
Absolutely. I'm actually, I don't know, like I've played like one seed of these flags, so I don't know too much about them, but the seed that I played made me realize that you can run into some definitely difficult things. And I'm excited to see if we have a rough seed today or something that's going to be zoom.
I'm waiting for... I know at least one of my practice seeds had both Golbez and Val hiding on the overworld, so I'm waiting for something along those lines.
That sounds pretty good, actually. I'd like to see something like that, especially with the Rydia start. Rydia's pretty versatile. You find like a Dragon Whip or a Heroine Robe for her. She can go to town. Pretty good.
I'm always hoping for the Bahamut start with Rydia. It never actually happens.
I mean, that's always something you'd want to see, but...
I think the biggest thing might be an early hook, just to get to Evelyn to see if there might be a Leviathan in that item shop. Those item tier rebalancing that put Leviathan down to a tier 5, that is an incredibly good summon to find early if you get that hook.
Yeah, Leviathan and Bahamut are the two you always kind of wanted to run across early game with Rydia. Just because once you get that MP, it becomes pretty much a breeze through the overworld. And a Sid start here. Sid is honestly one of my favorite characters. He's extremely versatile. He can do damage, especially early game. He's got HP pool for late game if you need to be reliant on potions. He's just really dang good. So I'm always happy to see Sid show up.
Not only do we have the 3 boss hunts, we also have half of Forge starting with the Adamant. We are one key item from Go mode at this point in the seed. Heart's kind of racing now. Where do I go?
You go check bosses. At least that's what I would do in this situation.
Yeah.
Peep that Mist Dragon spot, peep that Octo spot. Try and get an idea of what you're going to run across. Check the Baron Inn. Baron Inn's always a good choice. The Baron location in general has tons of items. I'm not too familiar with S standard. I'm pretty sure it's just whatever is sold in normal shops, straight up randomized between each other. But I could be wrong on that one. And we got vanilla Baron guards, which is pretty spicy.
Dathus, somewhere out there, Dathus is smiling.
Fair enough. So we got some pretty good loot in that watery pass here. I spotted some pretty decent stuff.
Missed most of it, but I do see from chat we have a cursed ring hiding early in the watery pass. That's going to be quite an advantage from Decker. Akir, on the other hand, making his way down to Eblin. Some higher tier loot potential down there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what the play behind Eblin is. Like, I understand there's higher tiered loot and everything. I don't know if I justify it with this crew. Sid's gonna be pretty tanky here, and if Alchemy pulls off a free boss here, that could be pretty big getting Rosa really early.
They're taking a shot here. Oh,
Unfortunately, this is not going to be free.
well, Smatey finding Jin over here for the free summon for Rydia. Acceptable early game. There are definitely worse things that could be there. I'm not upset seeing that.
Definitely a pretty solid summon. There's a few enemies / bosses you can run into who are weak to fire, and that could be a really good pull if nobody else pulls it.
It'd be very interesting if Eblin's hiding a rune axe here, because that could just completely make that Baron Inn free.
Yeah, definitely. So that Mist Dragon spot, I almost kind of take that with a Sid, to be honest. Some experience for Rydia to get a little bit more damage eked out there, especially trying to load up on that MP. Got elements at the waterfall, and then that was a Mist Dragon on Mount Hobbs, correct? If I remember right.
I missed that one, to be honest.
It looked like somebody checked Mount Hobbs with it was a Sid and a Mist Dragon. It was this is shaping up to be pretty spicy here. I'm thinking that Mist Dragon is going to hold our underground access.
Easily could be. It's a bit of a rough overworld so far. Again, the curse ring might be the best thing we've seen so far. Well, speaking of a rune axe, yeah, probably gonna put that one to use quickly.
Yeah, that kind of opens up that Baron Inn, but also could be really useful against that element spot to get some experience on Rydia, because Ruby in that spot is actually a mage, so that could be used for some good experience. Pretty excited for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, both Mist Cave and Waterfall there being those split XP bosses, I'm not sure it's worth it. You're looking at maybe a few hundred XP from each spot.
Fair enough. I haven't played this in forever.
Here, there's a Dwarf Axe there in Eblin. That'll be Dwarf Axe and a Samurai Bow. Very nice for either of those for Sid.
The Rune Axe is going to come in handy against these Magus sisters here. Let's see if Alchemy takes on this Mist Dragon here, or if we'll see a reset. I think this is a pretty solid play. It's going to be a tad on the slow side, but if that nets you early underground, you can start making some progress versus your other opponents here, who are continuing to loot / doing the typical antlion beginning.
Not to mention, this will get Rydia quite a bit of XP. This should get her up 10 or 12 levels just from the one fight.
Absolutely, it's like 4,300 experience here, so that's a pretty hefty jump. And then you can refuse to loot Antlion Cave and just warp your way out of the Antlion Cave.
That's it. Unfortunately, a couple low rolls there. Have to sit through a mist phase. One advantage to see here is you could put Sid down there in the middle, get that extra accuracy. You may see that at some point.
And Dakar making it through pretty quick with that bow, putting up some serious numbers. Let's see what item we get. Could be interesting. All right, that's not bad.
Never gonna say no to a rat tail.
Never gonna say no to a key item, to be honest.
Yes.
Especially this early.
I think we see Alchemy. She's gonna go check Rydia's mom, and then I think we're gonna go put that Rune Axe to use and get that Rosa. Getting a white mage early, getting her online, that's going to be a very big step up here, I think.
Yeah, this is definitely the play that I would make in this situation. Go check that key item that you just got, and then possibly go underground immediately if need be.
Or
not underground.
So, go mode?
Possibly, it could be.
I think that Heroin Robe, I'm gonna guess that Heroin Robe had to be from Hobbs, but Blitzwhip Heroin Robe Rydia is not too bad for early on.
And we got a cursed ring on Dakar's side, up on the left side of Pobs,
Oh, a
which is
second curse ring for him then. 'Cause he found
pretty
one in
spicy.
Watery Pass.
That darkness crystal though, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go up there right now, but definitely go through this Runax fight with the Ashura and the Baron guards both being weak to it. Just punch through it really quick and move on.
I might head up there to peek the character and the boss in Cave Bahamut, just to know what you're getting, you have waiting for you later on.
Definitely see that take right there.
Needing 3 bosses as well, there's a decent shot that one of your 3 is hiding out there. So just that kind of knowledge early would be very helpful.
Looks like Alchemy's going to go with the double Starveil strategy here, which isn't bad. I like it. It's going to heal you up for that damage that you're going to take from physically attacking. I like the strategy. It's going to basically just be extra safety.
The only downside is Alchemy's going to be down to 1 Starveil for the rest of the seed. Unless she finds more in some in a chest. They definitely low rolled off the starter kit.
I'm gonna go with we're not gonna run into Golbez. At least not a scary Golbez.
I mean, I certainly understand the play. Getting Rosa is definitely worth it. It's just that's a lot.
I mean, I like the play.
Yeah.
I like the play here. It could pay off. Got a spoon. That's not necessarily good. I mean, it's a key item, but we do now have a Rosa who can start seeking some experience into.
Yeah. That spoon's a nice dart if we find an edge.
This is true. And
really
Edge
about
could
it.
be on that moon. Edge could be right behind that darkness crystal.
And Smapety, on the other hand, has found our first objective. We have a Fabul Gauntlet. Well, excuse me, an alt gauntlet at the Fabul Gauntlet.
Would you say that's vanilla or like French vanilla?
Might go chocolate with that one. It's a little bit different, just a little.
Fair enough. Madagascar vanilla. All right.
So yeah, this is certainly shaping up to be very interesting right now.
Yeah, this definitely seems like it could be a pretty quick seed if we happen to run into some of these bosses in certain locations.
Alchemy pulling a rune ring out of Antlion. I don't know if anyone else picked that up. Definitely a nice find there for Rydia.
Definitely agreed. Alchemy going, just gonna skip those top chests, which I don't have a problem with, to be honest. It's a little bit slower going up there and grabbing them, but your Rydia is more than likely gonna have warp after this. And it's a couple quick casts and you're out of the dungeon instead of hoofing it all the way out.
Yeah, T-Pro unfortunately kind of lowers the lowers the loot you're gonna see here. You're gonna occasionally pull something, but chances are, ooh, Rosa getting charmed there. Yeah, better than Sid, I guess.
Yeah, definitely better than Sid getting charmed, since Sid is going to be taking out everybody. That rune axe is just going to prove to be super useful against these bosses that we're running into early.
So we've seen some of the early boss checks.
I think you're going to be grabbing this darkness crystal here as well. I'd honestly almost like to see a moon check this early, because if you pick up an edge, that could be pretty big.
An edge or a Tella, because we've seen ethers. We already have access to the giant. Very early D machine could be on the table here. Everyone's favorite grind, correct? Right?
Maybe with life glitching on. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it without life glitching on. It feels slow.
You're not wrong. 24 D machines right now definitely is going to take some time.
but it would definitely help with plowing through. Not even having to do like 24. You could possibly do like half that and just kind of make your way through the rest of the game with what you got.
Well, we're going to see who's on the moon here. Akir is heading up, and Alchemy's right behind him. And there's a... Yeah.
Go ahead.
there is a hook there from the Fabul Gauntlet.
A hook for that rat tails.
Yeah.
That's leading me to underground access right now. Just looking at where everything's at, unless it just happens to be behind ordeals. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm taking the hook first, or the rat tail first, and then probably still going ordeals in the hopes to avoid the hook route. But if nothing else, check hook character.
So it would be really great at ordeals if we had Golbez, Wyvern, and a Legend Sword. Imagine that seed just running it and just trying to figure out what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, on that note, Nibari, if that happens, Neobari is never allowed to roll again.
Well, what would your play be in the situation, to be honest? Like, you have Iridia and a Sid with a possible moon character, unless it's a dupe. And you run into, hey, I have go mode with only 2 characters. Like,
on these flags, I think I'm checking both the moon and the hook character. And if there's a Tella, I might be doing a 4-person D machine grind. It's too strong at this point, especially if you're really face checking at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I would almost be, if this is a Tella, I would almost face check the Lunar Subterrane right now. Just go see who's here, and then just exit out afterwards. That knowledge is just too powerful right now.
Yeah, definitely. So we got a dupe Sid.
Yeah, have a third Sid, why don't you?
So right now it looks like we're looking at underground access being blocked by that rat tail or by ordeals.
Yeah, I think Decker is getting ready right now. He's launching his hovercraft, going to go turn in the rat tail and head down the hook route. Yeah, I think the character check on the hook is my biggest priority right now.
Alchemy gonna face check some bosses here. This is an interesting play. You don't necessarily have the team to take them out, but if you end up running into the free bosses, it could be pretty big.
Yeah, you're not really gonna check anything down here, so it's pretty simple to just reset back out.
Yeah.
But I did see Akir. Oh, there's a sparkle.
Uh-oh.
I did see Akir also looted an Asura from one of the chests here in K Bahamut.
That's pretty good.
And not having... Oh.
That's not a good spot for Pale Dim.
It's not a double. We'll say that. That's come back after I have 40 or 50 levels, and we'll talk.
And I totally realized that we had underground access with the hook, but Magma Key just happened to be behind Rat Tail. So do you check that hook character, or you just go immediately underground?
I check the character and then go underground. I might, if it's a Sparkle, I might even go check for Wyvern at the hook route.
I like that. I kind of like that with these.
It's just...
Go ahead.
When you're looking for this many bosses, I think just information, what's there is king right now.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with 3 bosses trying to be found. You want to limit your attempts at difficult things like a Pale Dim at Cave Bahamut. That's pretty rough.
So about that edge.
About that edge, you say? Do you go check King Queen spot? I don't think I do here. I think I warp myself out of here or run out, and then I just go underground and go sneak a whole bunch of sirens.
Given that you have Magma Key, you're never coming back here.
Yeah, definitely.
So I could see making a save and just going to take the 1.5, 2 minutes to check, and then leave. Yeah, I think that's the safer place. It's the only way you're coming back is if you're gonna try and hit the Mad Ogre chest for some Bacchus later.
That's fair. I don't know. I just think there's so much other checks that I could do to where I'm just gonna pass this up and try and go find the bosses at other places. But if we do find something like Wyvern and Golbez here, that could be pretty huge because Cave Bahamut is not going to be an easy fight, regardless of what's going on. So we're kind of looking at having to find the extra bosses anyways.
You know, if you didn't already have Magma Key and you happen to run into Golbez, at least that would tell you there's a magma out there somewhere.
This is true.
Well, we're gonna get that check here from Decker.
Ike, you're gonna go with the lifelock strats here. I don't hate it. Definitely really good Ashura strat.
He's got a backroad Sid thanks to that Samurai Bow at Evelyn, plus that Rune Ring on Rydia. She's taking no damage at all. And just some dulls.
Yeah, that's an easy reset, and you're just gonna make your way out of here.
Well, I'm gonna take advantage and loot Cave Evelyn here.
Smapty's gonna make their way through Cave Bahamut and realize that it's not a boss they want to see there. I'd probably rather see almost any other boss except for like Knazo here, especially since we already found Alt Gauntlet. It's it's one of the least favorite bosses to run into here.
Give me a white mage or two with Blink, we can talk, but otherwise, no, I'm not touching this.
You got a Rosa.
20 or 30 levels, we'll talk.
Okay, fair enough.
Though, the Dragoon armor from Sid there might make me rethink things. Because that's going to stop a lot. As hard as that Pildim hits, he's going to be cutting that quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I just don't think you can keep up with the just the damage right now, trying to handle it. Be good to hold on to for later, though. Heroin robe, pretty spicy in that armor shop there.
And a charm rod. I did see Decker pick up a black shirt as well. Talk about turbocharging that Rydia right now.
I think you're making their way up ordeals here. I actually like this play. It's 3 bosses, can possibly knock out 2 potential objectives right here.
Yeah, he has not seen that Fabul Gauntlet yet.
I like the ordeals play before diving underground, even though they don't have the magma key yet.
Also, just nice chunk of experience here for Rosa.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a character you want to see in this spot. DKC getting them out of the way early, nice and easy.
Did anyone feel the wind blow just now? Oh, that tickled.
This is one of the best spots to run a Dark Knight Cecil at. I'm really happy that we're not running into one potentially later that could be blocking like a Legend Sword.
If I remember right, this is what, the lowest attack power spot in the game?
If I remember right, yeah. It's just a big joke.
Not so Pain Man, yes.
Seems like ordeals being the convergence here with everybody. I mean, it kind of makes sense, you know. Ordeals 3 spots. You know, you have 2 more boss potential spots. It's very enticing.
So, little bit of divergence here with Decker and Smapty having not just an edge, but also Leviathan Rydia. Whereas Alchemy and Ike here have that Rosa with potentially with a Samurai Bow.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make punching through ordeals a lot quicker here.
Yeah.
Honestly, you probably just roll Leviathan for each of these fights with Rydia and just call it a day instead of taking your time with what's going on over on Ikir's and Alchemy side.
Snowman's not too bad. Whole day and then just walk away for a minute or two.
Yeah, pretty much. That sounds about right. IQ getting through here. We're going to see what this key item is here really quick. I'd like to see Twin Harp. I'd like to see some music.
These fights are going to now get very different between the two halves of the screen in the solo ordeals fight. Decker and Smatey can just launch off a Leviathan and be done with it. It's going to be interesting to see how Ikir and Alchemy, depending on who's here, how they survive this.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly think Smatey's going to just go underground.
He couldn't. That is possible, yeah.
Kind of, put off ordeals until a little bit later, but because I mean, you still haven't done Baron yet either, and it's just. I like the underground play right now. There's a lot of potential checks that you can do for bosses, and yeah.
Or even just go underground and pop a siren and crack an egg just for some XP.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nice earth crystal there. That's that almost makes me want to stay on the overworld a little bit more.
And an orb. Be cutting this one close here, I think. You're going to be trying to dodge some. All right.
You're going to totally overpower this defender here. It's going to be nice and easy with that Blitz Whip.
Yeah, but the worry is if you just don't miss menu and take out the defender.
Yeah, definitely. Earth Crystal is nice. It could possibly get us another character or two, depending on who's up there. We got the treasury where we could go get some decent loot, or we could just go to Fabul. I think Fabul to Earth Crystal is probably Ikir's play right now. Looking at what's going on.
Yeah.
Hasn't even ran across that hook yet. Knows the rat tail. I just think that's. I think that's the better play, is go to Fabul and then knock out that Earth Crystal.
One thing I'm noticing is there are a lot of key items here on early overworld checks. Might that be pointing toward a bit of a haunted moon today? I don't know.
I'm gonna go with yeah. I think so, but we're not necessarily looking for key items right now. Our big thing is we're looking for some bosses. We need one possible key item for go mode.
Yeah.
Or well, not go mode, but theoretical mode.
Yeah. Ikir found some more ethers underground. There is still the threat of that Tella hanging out there.
Yeah, it's Smatey making that underground play, like I'm pretty sure was going to happen anyways. It's just it's too big of a play to not make, to be honest. I mean, because you've got two bosses at Dwarf Castle. You can only see one potentially. We will find out what the other one is soon. If we see an Earth Crystal play here. And then you've got, Feymark with the free key item. And just a whole myriad of other things, especially with an edge. I think this underground play is really good.
And a full moon in the shop there to back row edge is always a nice sight as well.
And Ikir is making a play. What do we do here again? I don't remember.
Something about numbers and opening boxes? Something like that? Well, right off the bat, there's a ninja sword.
Wow.
And an X-Cal.
Jeez.
Okay.
No. So this is pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the items here. Get rid of that metal sword.
The first half of that treasury is good enough for 2 ninjas, a charm rod,
And an earth hammer.
and a lightsaber. Oh my god.
That's a solid 8. 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10.
That's a solid. We're not seeing a Cecil in the seat out of 10.
You have an edge though, so you've got a nice strong dart that's not a spoon.
Very
along
true.
With that lightsaber as well. That lightsaber's gonna be a pretty hefty throw.
Now the unfortunate thing for Ake here is he does not have that hook. Cannot go get the edge. Nope.
Watch, there's gonna be an edge up here. I bet. Bet there's gonna be an edge and another
Very well
Rosa.
could be.
An evil Rosa with an edge in the seat. That's what I'm calling. All right.
To have a double ninja edge this early would be huge.
Yeah, definitely. Dual ninjas is probably one of the best setups.
Smapty doing some looting in the Feymarch. Looks like he dodged the trap. I didn't see much of what he got.
Find out what this key item is here. We got a Baron key. I do not disagree with checking that Baron key.
No, absolutely. Wait, is that 7 or 8 key items already?
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's that's a lot of key items, and Dakar is going to go loot as well and find some really good stuff for that edge that he has. So we've got a nice free fight at the Maga Sister spot. Going to be a quick run through.
See, we're getting to the territory where a D Machine actually wouldn't be too bad if we can get to that 10 key items. Oh.
Well, we know that's water hack for sure.
Would you like some free XP? Yes.
that Yang though, that's going to be a tough one.
Well, with Case Summon not being on, I don't think you're looking at taking the Yang at all. If you're taking on the karate fight, but that's a nice 28,000 XP right there if you can get through that water hack.
That's definitely fair. I see that water hack being very formidable with this current setup. Maybe, I don't know.
Well,
You've got an edge. As long as the edge doesn't get smacked, I think you'll be pretty in the clear.
I don't know if Smapty picked up either the curse rings we've seen, but if he did, that will very, very likely get you through. Oh, well, speaking of curse rings.
Or it has to say, what were you saying?
Yeah, that curse ring on its own might be enough to get you through that fight.
Ike here, making it through this fight pretty easy. It's a pretty free fight here. The physical damage isn't that high. Let's see what characters we're gonna run into. I'm pretty excited for this, to be honest. An overhead door installer. I wonder what kind. Oh, well, there's that Cecil.
Hi, X. You're wielder of the X-Cal. Nice to see you. How's it going? So
Will
yeah,
it be a Cecil guarding a Cecil? Let's find out.
So this is the game saying, "Hey, dummy, go to ordeals now."
Okay, I like this party. This is a pretty solid party, to be honest.
Second white mage. I think if Akir goes to check and get that edge, I think we end up seeing Porum go by the wayside, since you've already got Rosa.
Yeah, that's true. Because you have those 2 ninja swords, and I'm with you on that one. Maybe get rid of Sid, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
You want to pump some damage out.
And there is still the possibility. I think at this point we're not looking at reflex strats, but definitely hybrid still on the table.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel this is a hybrid fight right here. Unless maybe you run across like a Palom or something, but that's a decent amount of grinding, and who wants to grind when you can just go ham with an X-Cal Cecil, right?
Yeah. Until we see the crystal sword in a trap. Oh,
hello.
Oh. Well, that's an attack from a wyvern.
That's actually not bad with a level 10 Porum. Just get rid of that Porum really quick, and bring them back up, and you're pretty much in the clear.
Well, the only issue is everyone else dies, and then we start seeing. Then Blarg starts going Blarg.
Just hold A, you'll be fine. Yeah, it can be very tough. I think with this edge, I think Dekar is going to have a much better time with this fight, having an edge and a Cecil. I foresee 2 white mages, Iridia, and then a Cecil and an edge. I don't see Sid staying around.
I think if I'm Akir right now, I think I'm just turning on encounters for a moment and just, let's have a couple people take a nap going into this fight.
There's a really fun fight in this tower to where you can just have dolls summoned forever, and you can get some good experience off of those, to be honest. It's definitely a little slow, but if you need the experience, it's definitely worth it.
We could see, actually, chat brings up a point. We have a Leviathan Iridia over from Decker. Does he pop a Star Veil and just say, here, let's just have Wyvern take care of itself?
And we just got a spicy Legend Sword from Sheila. That's pretty big. Let's see what this forge item is. Do you try and do Cave Bahamut, go steal some sirens, level, and I think you try and do that with this crew. And I was right with Dakar's party choice, a Cecil and Edge, and then 2 white mages. You want as much Zerk as you can, and then you can go like total hybrid with some white casts. I think that's probably the best crew setup right now that we see on stream.
Well, I would say if either white mage had Berserk, that would be one way to get through this Wyvern, but Decker's trying to race the clock. I don't know if he's going to get there.
Yeah, I was going to say the Leviathan's absolutely going to go off. Just depends on how many people are going to be left alive. Yeah. Nice and easy. Dakar making quick work of this Wyvern. If Dakar goes underground and checks that Sheila, that could lead to some serious panic, because what do? Do you go grind, or do you keep looking for another bosses? Do you go to maybe that Baron key like Smapey's doing?
I think I might be tempted to also head to Dwarf and see if you spike a Golbez.
That's definitely a good one. Because Dakar already knows that the boss is not going to be one of those that are chilling there. In the second fight anyways. The first one, if you find that Golbez in the first one, do you take it, or do you still try and just go grind, go to Cave Bahamut, then just go?
Akir playing a little bit of life potion roulette here to try and get through Wyvern.
Yeah, this is
no, oh no.
That edge just made such a big difference.
And
Yeah, Edge definitely is a definite game changer in this situation here.
Yeah, I really do think we just take a fight right now and maybe put Sid and Rosa on the ground to start with and just life them up right at the start of the fight.
So now Smapey hasn't done that ordeals yet. Not going to have that Earth Crystal, so not going to know about that Excal Cecil. But if you find a Golbez here, and you're a Smapey, what do you think you do?
You have Edge, you have access to Sirens. I think it's you take who you can get. Assuming this is a character you can take, I think I might hit Dwarf to try for a 5th character and then just go steal Sirens.
I like that play. Dakar going to be more than likely checking this boss here. Dakar knowing that, hey, I'm impossible go mode. Got a straight up Ruby since we already found elements. We're going to pass up on that because we know Dwarf Castle is basically useless. Dakar, maybe we'll see a Sheila check here, and then Dakar could possibly grind and go.
Yeah.
This is going to be pretty interesting. I'm really excited to see how this route turns out.
Well, if Dakar goes and does Sheila 1, that's also going to put him at 10 key items.
That's spicy. I like it.
Yeah, I think cracking eggs might be on the table here shortly.
Would you say that the moon is haunted?
Decent shot. Golbez is still hiding, but yeah, I don't like our chances of actually checking anything on the moon at this point, I'll be honest.
I think it's just going to be a deep dive, calling it a day. But let's see what we get over on Smapty side, because if we find a pass,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, if you find a pass, do you go check the summon boss, or do you go do ordeals, or what?
I think for Smapty, I may check the summon boss anyways. You're still looking for 2 bosses.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm just thinking back toward that Pale Dim. Cover Cecil with the Dragoon armor right now pretty much nerfs that entire fight.
That tower key is pretty big, actually. I think Smapty is going to go check that.
Yeah.
That's 2 relatively quick, quote-unquote, boss checks. Oh, well, Smapty's going to check out these bosses that they haven't checked out yet.
Yeah.
But I think Tower is going to be the next player we see over here on Smapty's side.
Alchemy going to turn in that rat tail right now. Well, we have people life back up after that opening count from the Wyvern.
All right, Dakar is going to be getting this Legend Sword, and we're gonna see more than likely a grind and go on Dakar's side.
Yeah,
that would just be my assumption.
Same. Did Dakar not get the Baron key? I missed. I
thought they did.
Okay, I missed actually seeing them pick it up. This is a fast Wyvern right now.
There's just so much divergence. It's really amazing to see how they're all kind of going to line up together almost. Like, Smapty's going to be right on Dakar's tail. Smapty's going to get that Earth Crystal and probably just plow through it really quick. But Dakar definitely has a small advantage here, knowing that once they run into that Legend Sword,
yeah,
it's basically just grind. We'll go steal Sirens, grind, and then go. Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna. Oh well, I take that back. Smapty heading straight for ordeals.
Yeah, definitely. I saw Smapty land outside, and this is gonna be an exciting race on stream. I'm pretty interested to see how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, I do think we're just gonna see Decker head straight for Sirens right now.
Yeah, so Smapty's in an interesting spot. Smapty's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 key items soon. If you're Smapty, do you continue to go looking? Do you go do that Earth Crystal, or do you maybe go to the moon?
I think I definitely check the treasury. I might be tempted to go do Tower instead of going to Zot right now, or to go do Babel, since we have the 2 checks there.
That's fair.
I think I missed the first time around what the weapon was, but I mean, with Riddy, I think it's going to end up being an Asura Rod anyways. Oh, Mist Whip. Still fine.
Mist Whip is pretty neat. It's definitely interesting.
Definitely take that wisdom increase.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, at this point, Riddy is as kitted out as she's going to get, so...
Got some Pro Rings. Pro Rings are always good pickup.
Life Staff for both White Mages will come in handy in that Z fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're pretty protected defensive-wise. and especially offensive wise as well from Dakar. Like, it's it's a pretty stacked team we got.
I mean, Porum's still going to find a way to take 2400 from an unnerfed Big Bang, but other than that...
Probably. That sounds about right.
So, what do we think? 12, 13 Sirens here? Do we go all the way to Nuke? And white?
I don't think we go to Nuke. I think we get to Cure 4 on our White Mages and rely heavily on Berserk, but we toss in a Virus or so here and there. I think that's what I would do. But again, I'm not any of these runners. There's a reason that I am not playing any of these seeds.
I do think I'd be tempted to head to Castle Eblin and look for the Mad Ogre chest and try and swap some Bacchus. That might... You do have 2 White Mages, so it's less of an issue, but just being able to pop the Bacchus and just get Zerk going right away, I think may be a good play here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Dakar definitely hurting, or not hurting, but thinning out the party to make Edge get some more teams, some more turns, and get some more Siren steals here.
He's just putting the girls down for a nap. That's all he's doing.
They're tired. They deserve a break. Yeah. They've been working hard.
Porum's gonna cry for a bit, and then she'll take a nap as well.
Ikir making some progress on this Wyvern fight. Hopefully they punch through it here pretty quick.
Been stuck here for quite a while, unfortunately. I think if you don't get through here this time, you've put so much time. I don't think you can afford to leave. I just think you have to take a couple fights, get a few levels, and see if that's enough to push you through.
I was gonna say, I think they're pretty in the clear here on this fight. They got some good targetings on the nukes, and things kind of lined up really well. So I'm glad to see Ikir make it through there. Smapey making their way down Ordeals. I'm interested to see what the play here on Smapey's side is. Smapey knows that Cave Bahamut is going to be a little rough. But going underground doing tower? No. We're going to see this. We are going to see this Earth Crystal. So Smapey's going to be hitting go mode here soon as well.
If he goes up to Zod, he may not.
This is true. I'm assuming that they're just going to go up to Zod because of Earth Crystal. Dakar making their way out with some Sirens. We're going to see a grind here. And I see a moon play and then just a quick dive.
Still an outside shot at a sub 1 here. Are we back at ZZ3 now?
Sub 1's going to be hard with this setup. I think this is going to be like a 105 because the grind's going to take just a little bit. Depends on how far Dakar goes anyways. If Dakar goes to nuke, it's absolutely not going to be sub 1. It could be though, depending on how much grinding goes.
Well, we have 12 Sirens. Just the number alone, you may end up looking toward nuke. I don't know. That's enough to get there.
Alchemy finally getting this edge. Looks like they're gonna take a deep dive and try and find that Golbez.
Well, we've already seen. At least it'll be. Did Alchemy save?
Yes, Alchemy did go back and save.
Okay.
I see this as a boss check and then just a quick reset. It's definitely a smart play, just making sure to see, hey, this boss is out of the way since I'm more than likely not coming back here at all.
So, Akir's doing a thing.
Let's get some music going. Actually, I always like hearing the music. There's just so many options. And I was gonna say Dakar taking a wipe there. That's pretty rough. Do we still have those Sirens?
No.
We do not. Ooh. That is very unfortunate. The good news is Dakar knows exactly where that trap chest is.
Yeah.
So they're just going to make their way back there. And yeah, unfortunately, that fight can go sideways if you don't have the damage output.
Rydia should have stop at this point. So there is that as an option. And Leviathan is certainly an option as well. Just get through the first one.
And if I remember right, I think there was an hourglass in there in one of the chests somewhere, and that can be a quick, easy one to punch through that first dragon.
I don't remember seeing one, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me.
I believe it was an hourglass too, and it was, I want to say it was in the Watery Pass? I might be wrong. I do remember seeing an hourglass somewhere, though.
So, it's going to set Decker back a few minutes, unfortunately, but at least he's still in. At least all you lost is some sirens.
Yeah.
Much worse.
This is very true.
All right, so what are we looking for on the harp today? What's the song of choice?
SMB2. Main theme. That'd be my guess. I really like that theme. It's fun.
I'm always partial to Big Bridge. Should that show up?
Oh, I mean, who isn't? That's a pretty solid tune right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut up and let y'all enjoy the tunes that are gonna be playing. Looks like Dakar is starting to grind again. We get Ike here going through those Dark Imps. Let's pass maybe? Stand Ruby? All right.
While we were enjoying the music, Decker got in a bit of a hairy situation there with an alert. Low rolled with a Thunderclaw on edge. Ended up having to use a spoon to take out a Chimera.
Not going to need the spoon anyways. Not with two ninja swords and some leveled up characters.
Very true.
I think that was probably a safe play.
We're also, chat mentions Alchemy may have faded the treasury. Which is unfortunate given what she's about to see.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes you just feel like you have to make certain plays though, and that's totally not a wrong call in my opinion. You feel like you're behind, you gotta try and make up some time here.
Meanwhile, Akir is going to get his second objective here at the Football Gauntlet, and he's going to get his hook to finally get underground.
It looks like Smakedy's struggling a little bit with this Wyvern, as well as Alchemy about to find out that we're running into a Wyvern here.
Yeah. And again, we're at the situation again where, excuse me, Smapety has Leviathan on Rydia. Alchemy does not. So she does have the edge, which is going to help. But definitely going to be a much easier fight here for Smape. Oh, okay. Alchemy did go. I missed getting the Wyvern. Okay.
Ike are gonna be finally getting that hook from the from Fagul. That's gonna be pretty big. Gonna get that magma key from the rat tail turn in, and hopefully go get that legend sword.
Well, Smapety's about to find himself in go mode, so we may be seeing some sirens as well from him. Yeah, this will be 10 key items. Yeah, this will be 10 key items for Smapety. Who just has not done Baron in. He does not have that spoon. Oh. But he did eat a Mega Nuke right there, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, the spot has a decent amount of HP, so you gotta knock that chunk down before you hit Leviathan on there.
If you're not worried about the Star Veils, you could just throw up a couple, let loose with Leviathan, and let Wyvern take itself out. That is one option.
For sure. That's definitely a good point.
And Alchemy, ooh. Wyvern is having a day today. Definitely getting the advantage of 3 of our 4 runners today, unfortunately.
You know, I really enjoy the Witchburn flag, to be honest. There's just so many random nonsense things that it could be. It's really exciting to see how players adjust to whatever gets thrown at them.
I know one of my practice seeds, I had a Ice 3 Wyvern down at Baron Basement. That was a nice reset.
Seems pretty rough.
Yeah. Scythe is right. Just, you have an edge. Throw the spoon, move on. That might be the best way to handle this.
Yeah, I like tossing the spoon pretty much as soon as I can, to be honest. Got 2 Star Veils up on Smapety's side, so that Leviathan going to do some work here. And coincidentally, getting the experience on the 2 characters that probably need it the most. They do have a Yang, granted. Yang's really not going to get the levels that they need to do some serious damage.
Yeah, I think Wyvern's acting too fast to be able to get a Star Veil up on the count. Even with a Curse Ring, I don't think you're getting an attack off in time.
Like, you're gonna go get that hovercraft loaded up and go turn in this rat tail and get their magma key. Dakar looks like he's done grinding. I'm pretty. Maybe we're gonna see some gold dragons beforehand, just to maybe get some levels on, or maybe we'll just see them go right away towards Pale Dim.
Oh, and Rydia bites the dirt before she can get the Leviathan off. This is a mean little Wyvern right here. Unfortunately, our Sand Ruby not really worth anything. I think that was a Palom in the bed, and at this point, I think you have all the mages you want. I hear has not gone down the hook route yet, so it does not have edge. And
Dakar making their way to the moon and immediately going to Cave Bahamut. Should be an interesting fight. See it being a little on the difficult side, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a hassle with the current setup.
I think Alchemy's also unfortunately paying for that decision to skip that treasury.
Yeah, definitely. Those ninja swords would be super helpful right now, along with that X-Cal.
I mean, just even that black belt for Cecil would just bump up his attack, just his damage output, just enough maybe to get through this. Well, the Star Veil comes out, so one Leviathan will pretty much do it at this point.
Yeah, Ike here throwing the magma key down the well. I think we're probably going to see the normal checks. We'll go Feymark and then probably Sheila. Find that legend sword. And then I think we'll probably see pretty much the same end game strategy from a majority of these runners.
And Alchemy not able to get Leviathan off again. Unfortunate.
Dakar is going to make quite short work of Pale Vim here. Going to be pretty quick and easy fight. That Zerk Cecil's just going to pump out all the damage.
I think I might have been tempted to Zerk the edge and let Cecil just cover from the back, but either way works. Alchemy's down to 1 Star Veil, that's right.
So here we got Smapey headed to the moon, take out that Cave Bahamut spot. Like I said, kind of convergence on the routes. It's gonna be a tight race on stream here. Dakar getting through. I'm gonna be awarded with that crystal. So what happens when we get the crystal here?
It's a very nice looking rock. You just display it, right? Just put on a shelf, just leave it for company to see.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what we should do. Just stop the game once we get the crystal.
Works for me. Just turn on win, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. But Dakar being the very first one on stream to be in legit go mode, getting that crystal, and see a dive here, and I'm pretty intrigued. What's the sprite count up to now? Is it still 512 or something ridiculous like that?
I've not seen an exact count since 441 released. I know it was 530 prior. I wouldn't surprise me if there's upwards of 600 at this point, I'll be honest.
It's like we have a 527 count from Ali, which that's a ton of sprites. I don't know how you can see all of them unless you played Infinite Seeds. Smapey is knocking out this Gold Dragon grind. This could be a pretty big catch-ups if Dakar has a little hiccup here or there. That could give Smapey some time to catch up.
Well, he definitely Smapey put that hourglass to use here. I don't know if he has another one. So maybe the rest may be a bit more sketchy. But one option here, actually, and I know I've done this a few times, there are those 3 behemoths on the path to the Bahamut spot. Those are a nice 120 grand each. Turn on encounters, just let Cecil go to town with that X-Gal, and that might be your entire grind.
Fair enough. Yeah, definitely. We've got Iker grinding, got some sirens, or a siren, or a couple sirens, and just getting some levels and gonna make probably that push towards Sheila 1. Not quite sure what Iker's next play is here. Alchemy making their way underground as well.
For Iker, I think we already did Baron for Iker. I think it is Sheila 1, which again will put him in go mode, with Alchemy following shortly behind. Doing our best to survive these dragons. Held out just long enough for Leviathan to come out, I think. Not enough!
Alright, so we're on this final descent here, so I see some weird flags in chat. Does anybody want to help me understand what these are? I haven't played in a while, so I might be a little rusty on knowledge.
Is it Flag Day? Is that what's going on?
Is it Flag Day? Okay. Well, then.
Yeah. That explains a lot.
All right.
No, I think all those sprites you mentioned earlier, Zeromus too big, too bad to really go anywhere else. So, I mean, what do? We can't randomize the Zeromus spot, so let's just randomize Zeromus and put those sprites to work. Couch, would you do me the honors and do us all the honors and ask a certain question that's on all of our minds?
Yes, I will ask the most important question. How is Butt?
No one ever asks how is Butt. Thank you very much for that.
That's why it's the most important question, because nobody ever asks how Butt is. But really, whose butt are we going to kick this afternoon? My favorite is, you know what? I'm going to keep my favorite a secret, but it is from a PlayStation 1 era Square game. I'll leave that up to you to decide.
I always get a kick out of seeing PK's sprite, so I'm hoping for PK4787 must. Sprite.
I actually don't know what this is from.
I got nothing. Chat, anyone help?
So if this boss wipes you, would you say it's a killer queen?
I hate it so much, but yes. Being told this is from a game called Off. I have never heard of it, but it is some sort of indie RPG.
All right, I might actually have to check that out. I like the design of it.
Our Zerks are up. We have our opening Big Bang. And now the race begins.
Like Smapey's making their way back down through Cave Bahamut. Alchemy looking for a trap chest, get some experience, or not some experience, but from sirens. Thank you.
Just know, I did not see where this is. I assume we're just taking moon fights right now, but Aegir punching there with Rosa kind of ran out of arrows. That may not be good. Ah, dwarf. Missed that entirely. Decker seems to have this fight under control.
pretty amazing the amount of key items that were down on the blue planet.
I think so. We didn't. We're missing Package, Luca, Pink, and Pan. That's it, right?
Correct, which could all theoretically be behind that tower key that Smapey has. Well, there's the pass. Yeah, Dakar making some quick work of this fight. Like I said, get those mages to Tier 4 and Zerk and kind of let them go.
Unnerfed. Well, Porum takes a nap, but everyone else pulls through.
That's pretty standard in my experience, anyways.
Yeah. Porum will always find a way to wipe to a big bang. It's uncanny. Waiting out the black hole, Rezerk. Now Smapey making his way through the Pale Dim fight. Just letting Cecil cover everything at the moment. And we have rocks.
That's pretty exciting to see. And you have a Porum that's still up as well. Dang, look at that.
And with that, that is a GG from Decker. Well done. Fourth place.
That was a well played run. Minor hiccup here and there with the wipe during the grind, but overall generally well executed. It was pretty great to see, to be honest.
The seed, just right from the beginning, it was okay. You're in go mode. Have fun.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was definitely well played by Dakar. Made all the right choices when they needed to be made, and really good to see.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well done, Dakar. GG.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. That was pretty amazing to see. You executed really well. Minor hiccup here and there, but I mean, who doesn't have minor hiccups? Tell us how you feel about it.
Feel good about the race overall. I don't know if I would call dying to an egg and having to re-steal Sirens a minor hiccup. It's a pretty major one in my book. It felt like it cost me about 10 minutes, probably more like 6 or 7, which puts me, close to the first place spot if I hadn't made a mistake. So feels a little bad, but still happy overall.
Fair enough. I definitely understand dying where you don't feel like you should have, or making a mistake here and there. You tend to look back and go, oh, I should have done this different. But just watching overall and being able to commentate, it was really well played, and it was good to see.
Glad I could help entertain.
So you head up to Hobbs, you see the Demist, and 5 minutes into the seed, you have a darkness crystal and you're in go mode. What goes through your mind?
Well, I mean, I didn't know that I was really in go mode until I got the second piece of the forge from Sheila 1. But with 3 boss hunts, you kind of know that it's a distinct possibility that you're in go mode as soon as you get that darkness crystal. And what was going through my mind was sort of what's my grind going to be, and am I going to be able to get to 10 key items before I do it, or am I going to have to bite the bullet and do a longer grind?
Were you hoping to see the Tella, hoping to avoid the D Machine?
I was hoping to avoid the D Machine. We've just had too much of that lately, and also the way the party was shaping up felt more like a Zerker party to me. Which I prefer to not D-machine Zerkers. It's more of a reflect strat. strategy.
Yeah, very early 10K. There were a lot of key items on the Earth in this seed. Very little, it appears, was on the moon.
Yeah. You know, that's a little atypical, I found, on these flags, getting that many key items on the Earth early, but when you get things like the rat tail, it kind of speeds it up because it turns one into another.
Yeah, the Treasury just basically handed you the second half of the seed on a platter.
Yep.
That may be the best Treasury I've seen in outside of, you know, T Wildish.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing I could have asked for is Crystal Sword instead of an X-Cal, right?
Hey, every chest you don't take is a Crystal Sword, right? That's how it works?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good to watch you play. Do you have any takes on upcoming races? Are you gonna dip your toes into any more?
Yeah, I'm still planning to try to play as many of these as I can reasonably get in. It's good practice, and who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and get another top finish, and I can leapfrog Dusty for second place. I think Pancras has first place locked up, but second place is still in play.
It'd certainly be nice to avoid good old pancakes in that that opening couple rounds.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, unless you have any more questions, Cubs, I do not. Again, it was fantastic to watch you play. You executed really well, and I can't wait to see more.
Great. Thanks.
That was a clinic from start to finish, and even more so recovering off of that siren wipe. Just how to get back into things.
Yep. Well, thanks for the GGs, and you know, for doing all the restream stuff that you guys take care of every time.
So I think in watching Chris, I think we finally see a key item on the moon. One key item on the moon, the entire sea. Good lord.
Which coincidentally was blocking the pan.
Yeah. Oh, I take that back. There's two. But no, a very haunted moon today.
Yeah, moon absolutely not required outside of Zemus and Cave Bahamut. Smapety finally getting that the third objective, the fourth completed objective. Gonna get that crystal, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a dive down here pretty soon as well. Alchemy is gonna be running and stumbling across this legend sword. Getting that objective handled, and then more than likely going to grind, and we should be on the tail end in general on the seed, so we're probably going to see some grinding, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to finish out.
Yeah, it really is somewhat unfortunate that Alchemy did not go to the treasury. That Excal is would be helping quite a bit at this point. Though Akir still has a Sid, never went and got the edge, so that's going to be a very interesting fight on his end here.
Yeah, finding the grind is going to be a little interesting on, well, maybe not a little like it should still be pretty solid. You know, you have behemoths and you have miscellaneous stuff here and there, but just being able to steal sirens and go handle grinding that way is much easier than, you know, trying to improvise a grind.
Mate D is going to take the behemoths to finish off his grind. I think you just Zerk Cecil and let him go right here.
Yeah, I think that's the play. That Yang might be putting out some damage. It depends on how many levels we get. This fight's going to put out a decent amount of experience having 10 key items.
It's just how many counters do you want to eat? You can at least limit them a little bit by only having one person attack you.
Yeah, definitely. Got Akir making their way to Cave Bahamut. Gonna go attempt to take on this Pale Dim at the current levels. Got that X-Cal, so it shouldn't be too necessarily bad. Maybe we'll see a Siren or two pop here on the Gold Dragons.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see the Cecil cover strats here. It's just too strong at low levels.
Yeah, not having that edge is going to definitely prove to be a little difficult.
Alchemy went and stole 15 Sirens. Total of 17 here. So we
Seems
might
like
be
a
going
decent
all the way
amount.
we might be going all the way to the nuke on this one.
I'm down for that.
But I do think Alchemy is out of Starveils. So might be resorting to a wall from Rosa if we're going for some sort of hybrid strats here.
I think maybe we'll just see some. It was Alchemy that picked up the Asura, right?
Yeah. Yes. Very early.
I'm pretty sure it was. I might be wrong though.
Yeah, it could be triple Zerk and just have 2 ways to heal.
Or you could quint.
That is an option. That is always an option, yes.
May not be the best option, but it's a fun option. We got an Ike here taking on Pale Dim. Seems like it's not going to be too bad. Got blinked up, got those 2 white mages. It's going to be a pretty decent fight. Cecil putting in some pretty solid damage. Not as much as Dakar was putting out, having fully leveled and ground and done all that. Smithy exiting this cave, got the behemoths down. Low 40, mid to low 40s. Feel it's pretty safe to go. Got to make sure you turn off those encounters before you start diving down into the lunar subterranean. But yeah, this is Smithy's probably going to be headed on their way down to go take on Zeromus as well.
I wonder. Ike here still needs to grind a little bit, but depending on how much Ike has to grind, that pass may come into play here.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm gonna catch up a little bit of time on Smithy at least. It definitely feels a little bad walking down to Z, I'll be honest. Wondering who has that pass and is going to snipe you on the walk down.
Yeah, definitely. Especially looking at this key item loadout, you're kind of like, the pass is more than likely on the moon, even though we know that it's not. You kind of got to be thinking in the back of your head, like, somebody, maybe check that tower key if you're Smapey, like stumble upon the pass there or something. It's one of those things that's always in the back of your mind, especially if you don't have the pass and you pass things up.
Well done. Well done. I see what you did there. Do you think about taking the ribbon room here for just a little bit extra XP?
If I'm the caliber of player Smapey is, no. Smapey's really good. Smapey's been around a long time. They know the game quite well. I don't know. In a race like this, I don't think you take the extra safety. I think you're still trying to push up those numbers as high as you can with your higher finishes.
Yeah.
And I know when I race, I don't like looking at Discord. I don't like looking at seeing who's done. I don't look at anything until then. But we did see a bump down to battle speed 3, so I'm assuming we're just going to see a deep dive right now. But we'll see. We'll see if we take a dip in and maybe find a King Queen Evelyn. That could be a decent chunk of experience to make the fight just that much smoother / faster.
Yeah. With only the white mage, it'll be a little more difficult zerking people up, but certainly not out of the question. I think you just hold on hold on those cures for whenever they're needed.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't know if I saw a Sora in a shop somewhere. I don't know if Snape bought it. I think Alchemy found the Asura early in a chest. That could be another option. Just when you're trying to get the Berserks up early.
Yeah, absolutely. Just having that backup cure. Well, possible cure. Because we all know how that third face likes to rear its head.
33%. Sure. Yeah, of course it is. Not.
Ikir getting through the behemoths, gonna make their way out. Looking about the same levels as Smapey, I think we might see some encounters turned on here. And so there wasn't all of the behemoths. Okay.
I am a little concerned with Smapey. I don't think it's a big concern, but when the black hole hits, you're only going to have... It's going to be very hard to get people Zerk back up. And that could be... if you're looking at Big Bang into Black Hole into Meteor, that's a very rough combo right now.
I think you look at getting Cecil just reserved and using the rest of the party to throw potions. I think that's probably the strategy if you end up in that scenario. Just doesn't seem like it's be too bad. Smapey's got that curse ring on. I think this fight's going to be pretty quick. Maybe not as quick as Dakar's, but Dakar definitely had much more levels. But I think this is still going to be a relatively quick fight.
I did see a Starveil going up on Rydia, so this may be a bit of a hybrid.
I think we'll see a few bounced viruses. Rosa, I don't believe has white.
I don't think so. No.
I might be wrong. The HP count doesn't look proper. Looks like Ikir is getting through that behemoth. Gonna be probably making a play here soon. We got a wall and life 2, and wall on Porum, life 2 on Rydia or Rosa. I think we might see a play from Ikir here, just diving down or taking another behemoth here. And Alchemy's just still grinding out those eggs.
Gotta love getting that counter nuke reflected back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there goes the virus.
With the curse ring on, that's still pretty dang good. 2K virus with a curse ring on, that's not bad. Good chunk.
I still can't get over this Z sprite. That is a heck of a sprite right there.
It reminds me of something like very Undertale-ish, just like the style.
Yeah.
Ooh, gonna be tossing some darts while we get the Zerks up. I like this. We got a ton of weapons to throw here for Edge. It's some pretty solid damage. I like this.
We're gonna forego the virus and launch FF4FE 3 instead, if it goes off. As this is a very quick second Big Bang about to come up.
I think the cure is the play here. I like this cure 4 call. Get Edge at full HP. Depends. I don't think Edge is going to survive this Big Bang. I think it's going to roll pretty decently high because Edge's magic defense ain't that great.
Maybe getting a final shot in here for both Rydia and Edge.
So we got a phase skip there with that Fire 3 cast.
Yeah, not quite. And Edge survives.
Spicy. I like that. That's not too bad. Ike, you're going to be using that pass. We're going to go see another fight here, right on the same screen at the same time.
This is going to be very close if anything happens to Smapey here. He looks to have it under control, but there's the black hole.
It's like Alchemy's going to do a few more eggs and then more than likely make that play. Just checking the agility on Rydia.
think it's always better to grind until you're comfortable, I think.
Absolutely.
Everyone wants to feel like they're able to take on Z in the mid to low 30s, but when you're actually in that situation, no thank you, I'll pass.
Yeah, it's not an easy fight. Even sometimes a power overwhelming. It's kind of like, well, if something goes a little off cue, then we're kind of SOL.
Yeah. I do think just not having the J items, essentially 1200 strats and, well, really 1200 and Eddie strats have just disappeared, so you don't really have that many choices for a low-level fight anymore in these flags.
Yeah, I think with the amount of flag variances that we've had throughout the history of Free Enterprise, it's just so hard to make everybody happy with a flag set, because you're going to have people who are like, oh no, this is a little much for me, or oh, I can't believe you have Foo again, or like, I give huge props to the admin crew for putting together a flag set every single tournament, and it's always something new. It's always something exciting to see, because it removes one variable and changes the meta to something else, and I really enjoy it. Even though I'm not playing, I really enjoy watching and seeing what they come up with.
Absolutely. Rosa unfortunately took a high roll there on that Big Bang. Went down. It's trying to get this back under control here.
I think we're in the clear over on Smapty side.
Yeah, there goes the Cure 4.
We got Ike here starting the fight here. Alchemy's saving, low 50s, gonna pop more than likely the one Siren, maybe all three. Why not just go power overwhelming at this point? I have no qualms with power overwhelming.
Edge, I can understand it here without the Excal and the ninjas. You kind of need the levels to push that damage.
That's a very good point. I totally forgot that Alchemy did not check that. Did not check the treasury. Trying to maybe hit that 28 agility on Rydia here, or just gonna go.
I'd almost be tempted to go look for a ninja hat just while we're underground. Just check some armor shops quickly.
Go get that forging done, and then most likely be on their way.
I think Alchemy remembers that they already did the forge.
No, they did do the forge. They have to go DK Bahamut. We got rocks over on Smapty's side. Final stage of this fight, it's pretty free from here on out. All right. Looks like a final finishing time of 1:30.45 by Smapty. GG's, and yeah, the hero holding down the floor. That's what all heroes do. All right.
Yes.
Gotta make sure that floor doesn't go anywhere. It's very important.
The floor mage is a central core of any good Free Enterprise party. Rydia got to hit a couple things in the Z fight, and then she took a nap.
She's had a long day. She's very tired. I say we just let her nap and be. And here we are, joined by Smapty himself. GG's.
GG, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, give me your take on the seed. What were you thinking when you ran across that tower key?
When I got the tower key, I really wasn't thinking too much about it, honestly. It was just kind of like, okay, that's another thing to keep in mind. But at that point, like, we had, all these character checks to do, and I didn't want to leave Atella sitting anywhere there when I was that close to 10 key items and had the Darkness Crystal and everything, because I know somebody would sneak in a Demon Machine grind and power through the seed, so I didn't want to leave any character unchecked, and it just happened that doing character checks got me on the critical path. So yeah, Tower Key really didn't factor too much into my thoughts. It was just, okay, this might be useful later.
Fair enough.
How nice was it to not have to demachine?
Oh, it was so nice.
Scene.
I had a lovely speech ready to go put up on the screen when I was going to D machines. Basically, the Shodan's hate speech, but with humanity replaced with D machines.
It was. You walk into a seed with three boss goals, and then you're given half of Forge, and you're one key item from Go mode 30 seconds into the seed.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Like, what do I do now?
I knew that the Paladin fight was going to be a little bit of a pain, so I put that off as long as possible, and then eventually that just became the key to finishing the seed. Luckily found Cecil up there on Zot, so I was able to do some cover strats, but lost a lot of time to Edge getting Mimic glitch. I still wish I knew how that worked and why it happens, but he just sat there for a while not berserking, and so I had lost several minutes there just like not doing damage, but eventually worked the way around it and got through there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Berserk can be a fickle mistress sometimes, but you ended up pushing through pretty good. What do you think your best non-weapon find was in the game?
Probably that Leviathan in the shop, and just having just enough money to grab it. That kind of just put Riddy into overdrive mode and was able to just barrel over everything. I knew Rosa was sitting there in Baron Inn. So being able to put her off as long as possible because Riddy was just going to carry the seed was really nice, and then I was able to just slingshot her up with a single Gold Dragon fight and get ready for that Paladin fight. So that was really nice. Everything felt really comfy once Riddy was able to cast Leviathan once or twice a fight.
How nice was it? You get the hook from Fabul, and then almost immediately the Magma Key from that rat tail.
Yeah, that was the Darkness Crystal too. I was like, well, this seed's wide open.
Yeah.
I was thinking already about, okay, well, there's the hook. If I can find Sylph, that'll help carry through a hook. Oh wait, never mind Magma Key. All right, I don't have to think. It was nice because last seed there was a wyvern hiding out in the hook path that I missed out until the end of the seed. So this time I was ready. I was like, okay, if I need to hunt a boss, we're checking there. But thankfully that didn't come into play.
Vanilla Edge is certainly a nice consolation prize down there.
Yeah, that was a check again. I didn't want to leave Attila on the table, but finding Edge, he's just such a powerful tool in this flag set. I had Sirens available if I wanted to grind for Sirens. Didn't end up needing to do that, which was nice. But just him being generally powerful, finding a spoon, being able to throw it on Zeromus to make that fight easier, and just all the utility he brings. He's just such a fantastic character.
So what was your take on that treasury?
Oh gosh, Excalibur 2 ninja swords. I mean, it was literally just tailor-made for the party we just got. Because I think I had just gotten Edge at that point, so the ninja swords were so appreciated because I was just rocking like a mute dagger and a full moon at that point. And then once I had that Excal, I was like, gosh, it'd be great if Cecil showed up here, wouldn't it? And then sure enough, there he is. So that was great. That kind of made kind of allayed my fears going into the end game.
That treasury was definitely Cecil's not in the seed out of 10, so very nice to see him in that rare case.
Yeah, appreciate the roll there, Neobari.
But yeah, that's about all I can think of. It was great watching you play. The whole stream has been fantastic. Y'all went completely different routes from beginning, and then y'all kind of merged together, and it was just really great to watch.
Yeah, that's something that's been really fun. I've seen about the this flag set in particular is it kind of you get a lot of route divergence, just because a lot of things open up a lot sooner. So you get to really see runners put their own special spin on it, how they would like to route, what kind of fights they like to do. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure to play for y'all. So thanks to both of you, Leggy Starscream doing the tracking and Neobari doing the restream. Appreciate all of you, and thanks for having me on. It's been a blast.
Thank
GG's
you.
again.
Take care.
And while we were interviewing, Ikir finished up, and now we got Alchemy looking for some stuff. And we are joined by Ikir. GG's.
GG's, thank you.
GG. So that wyvern.
That wyvern. Oh, I screwed that up a few times. I think I got him on my 4th attempt. Oh, that cost me probably about 10-12 minutes.
Yeah, that definitely was a unfortunate combo of the spot just being rude and count is not
Yeah.
ever nice to see.
Oh yeah, count when you're thinking, oh, I just have to like kill somebody and res them, and then I'll get another one. Nope, it doesn't work that way with wyvern. And that kind of tripped me up my first time. Second time, I went in with the curse strength to make everybody else faster. And I think I just went with Rosa. Like I was waiting with Rosa until somebody died to life, and no one was, and it threw me for a bit. And then as soon as I like parried with her, both people died, and then I got wiped. But yeah, that was probably the roughest part of the seed right there. Was getting through that wyvern.
Well, it's funny. You and Decker were both in Zod at the same time. The only difference was he had gone down the hook route and had both a Vanilla Edge and Leviathan for Rydia. So those fights, those fights
Yep.
were vastly different. It was interesting how large a difference that just not going to Fabul made in that early game.
Yeah, the edge, and this is the second seed in a row that I have not gotten an edge because I didn't follow up on a key item. I thought about checking the hook route, but then I think I already had the Cecil with the Excalibur, so I'm like, okay, I'm good with the characters. The only thing I would want is an edge. Of course, he's there. Last time I skipped him on the package early. Yeah, the edge would have helped immensely with that. That treasury was amazing for edge and for Cecil.
Speaking of the Excal, have you ever seen that kind of treasury on T-Pro?
I don't think I play a lot of T-Pro, but that treasury was, I mean, I'd put that 10 out of 10. Not quite 11 out of 10, but there was great stuff in there.
Yeah.
Just exactly what I wanted. I mean, I didn't know I wanted it until I got the Cecil, but yeah, it was great.
Did you have any consideration of going down the moon to face check anything when you got that darkness crystal?
Not immediately when I got it, but after the Earth, and I had the Cecil with the Excalibur, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go see if I can find my way underground. I followed up on the Twin Heart from that, and that probably was a mistake because the way underground cannot be behind that wyvern, I believe. So I wanted to get underground to get my my sirens used to get some levels, and there were a lot of levels to be gained there. I had thought about it because that was the only thing I had left, but I wasn't sure my party could take it yet. So I wanted to check the underground first to see if I can find there's a bunch of box checks I could do there real quick. Key item checks. I did Dwarf Castle for the one boss that was unknown and the key item, and hopefully the character. Didn't work out. I went up the tower, lower Babel, because I want to see the two characters there and the item. I got a pass out of it, so it worked. Going to Dwarf Castle.
Yeah, definitely. The pass was pretty interesting to see. You were the only one on stream who actually ended up getting the pass. Nobody else did Dwarf Castle.
I'm not surprised. The seed had you wanting to go to the moon and you good grinding spots up there. I was thankful for a seed without a tele for once, so no compulsion to deep machine grind.
It seems like that's been the general consensus, to be honest.
I mean, I like the behemoth bites. I was very happy to hit the 10 key item mark early. I think coming out of Feymarch was my 10th key item. So that was the reason I went underground instead of going to the moon. It's like, okay, I'm really close to 10 key items. Check the Feymarch, does it have one? Check Dwarf, does it have one? So those behemoth bites are like 115k XP each, and there's 3 guaranteed ones up there. So it's a good grind spot for how close that was to being done.
Any confidence going forward into the next races, or how you feeling?
If I don't get stuck on the Wyvern, I think I have a good seed this time. I'm right on the bubble right now. I think I'm sitting at 68. So I've had a few 30-minute behind runs. This probably might help a little bit, but probably not with how quick it was. So as I keep getting better, not getting stuck on one fight. That happened in last seed with the I died twice to Evil Wall. This time I died a few times to the Wyvern. So just I gotta be better on my fighting. But yeah, looking forward to the rest of the weekend's matches. I was very happy for the Rydia. Yay for the Rydia hero.
All right. Well, you got anything else, Cubs?
No, it's very well done. That Wyvern can go kick rocks, but other than that, GG.
Yep, thank you, and thank you to everyone restreaming. Cubs Rule and Cubs 23 on the commentary, Lucky Star Stream on the tracking, and Nagabari on the seed generation and the restreaming. Thank you to everybody. Appreciate all your work.
And GG's again, and good luck in your future races. Can't wait to see more of just racing in general. It's been really great to watch.
This has been a great qualifier series. I agree. So yeah, thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Meanwhile, during the interview, Alchemy was out looking for a ninja hat to get that Rydia to 28 agility. Went and stumbled in on the treasure as well, so now has all that equipment, making the end of this seed much easier, fortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, not finding anything hat-wise. I thought they were looking for a curse ring. I knew that they had one, so I was a little confused, but gonna get that crystal here, and then we're gonna see one more butt for I think for the day, and then tomorrow I think we got two races.
Yeah. I think one's at 11 Eastern. No, I don't think that's right. 10 Eastern and 4 Eastern tomorrow. Both here on Free Enterprise.
Yeah, definitely, I've been enjoying just chilling in the background watching these races. It's been amazing commentating, and I can't wait to just watch more. This flag set's really great. Personally, don't enjoy playing it, but as a viewer, man, it is fantastic seeing all the different things people are coming up with.
It is definitely. It seems very fast paced. I will say that. I want to say I think I heard the longest we've had a winning time go is like 1:35 or something. So you very rarely see these kind of long drawn out seeds. And we see a lot of D machines, but it's nice seeing one where the answer wasn't just find a Tela, grind, and blow up the rest of the seed.
Yeah, that's definitely been really interesting. Not seeing the fact that life glitching isn't even on drastically changes your strategy for a lot of fights and experience routing and understanding things like that. Because I mean, if you run into say like Baron guards at like D lunars, like you can't life glitch them. It's definitely really interesting.
The old dimps at CPU, you're not going to get the 400,000-500,000 experience from that one.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see how each runner kind of strategizes their grind or how things work.
Yeah, I'd say it feels like there's really only one or two options for a Z fight now. Since low levels off the table, there's no foo, so there's no foo and friends. You pretty much have to find a grind somewhere. It's just what is going to present itself as available to you.
Yeah, the no J items in shops is definitely changed a lot of the meta as well when it comes to Zeroma's fights.
Yeah, I think I mentioned you're gonna find yourself in situations where doors is going to be your best grind option. That's a rough way to go, but that may be a winning play in some of these seeds.
There ain't nothing wrong with the door grind. I definitely have done my fair share of them, and I can't wait to see like how this flag set continues to evolve, because it's definitely evolved since like the first few seeds I've seen people play. Everything keeps changing, and it's really great to see these new strategies come up with by everybody.
One thing that's interesting to me is, given that there's only one flag set for this tournament, there's no Swiss flag set and bracket flag set. It's going to be very interesting as we get later into the bracket, and especially later rounds. Does this flag set appear somewhat quote-unquote solved? Or are there still new things that can be learned and done with these flags?
I think in general for Free Enterprise that there's still so much to learn about the inner workings of the game and what can be done to manipulate it and to your advantage. I think we're always going to be looking for the next big thing, and I think we're going to keep finding the next big thing just as the flag sets continue to evolve.
Alchemy taking a moon trap chest here. I'm sure if we want just a little more experience, or maybe trying to spike, I'll spike a crystal sword if we come up.
I'm thinking it's just possibly a little bit more experience for that radio. Maybe not feeling quite comfortable with that 1600 HP.
Yeah, did see Rydia is at level 50, so we have Nuke. It would just be a little extra HP at this point. Well, apparently we've had enough, and we're heading off towards Zeromus. Might have been trying to take a shot at getting a few more agility points as well.
Yeah, 10 agility is not too bad, to be honest, especially if you're going with a couple Zerkers who are pretty decently leveled and going to be putting out some serious damage. I think this fight's going to go a lot more smoothly than they're expecting.
Yeah, 25. It's very good having that crushing. 25 is a very awkward agility.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you on that one. It's I don't understand. I don't really know the breakpoints anymore. I used to know I think it's like every 14 agility or something. I've forgotten in the long run, but there's some really weird agility numbers that can make the fight extremely hard.
Well, one final look at what is certainly one of the more unique Z sprites I've ever seen.
So as we're coming up on the end of the seed, what is your take on the seed? How do you think you would have played it?
I think I would have rushed boss spots, looking for the 3 bosses. So would have rushed Mist Cave, Waterfall. Maybe if I would have probably put off Fabul a bit to go to Ordeals first. I don't know if I would have god routed it to the effect Decker did, but I do think I would have. I think it would have been decent. I might have been character hunting a bit too much, like Smapey said. Because I won't say it's unfortunate, but it's just amazing how much power Tella has in this flag set.
Yeah, it kind of pulls back to Zemus Zone 3 as well. Like, they removed Fu for a reason, and then Tella was just kind of like, oh, okay, I'll take his place. And I don't know, like I said, like the changes that the admins make to the flag sets every single time is really amazing and interesting to see what changes the meta and how fast everybody adjusts to it. It's pretty intense to see all these new strategies come up, and I think it's just really great for gameplay in general.
Yeah, I think I will say with other randomizers I play, I definitely tend to fall into the trap of playing specific settings just because that's what the current race settings are, or the current tournament settings. It's very, very nice to see things just get changed up on such a regular basis.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you on that one.
Alchemy got at least one nuke off before Riddy hit the floor. And at this point, I think we're just going Zerk the rest of the way.
Currently, only Cecil is Zerked, but we're gonna get a nerf here, so that's gonna make things a little safer for the post. That's not the best target, but Cecil should survive this big bang without any issues.
Yeah. All right, let me turn the question around on you, Couch. How do you think you would have played this one?
With that Sid start, I probably take that Elements fight just to get some levels on Rydia. I definitely go check some bosses, but I think I just do the typical up and around routing through Outline and Fugul. I go down to Ordeals, and then kind of make my play from there. Judging by that hook coming up early with the Rat Tail, I would absolutely check the Rat Tail. Kind of moot to not check it, because I mean, you've got the check, it's right there, and then you can just go move the hovercraft over to the Underworld access if that's the way it is. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't super fond of these flag sets, mostly just because I don't know. I don't feel my gameplay is as good as it used to be anymore. But I am absolutely down to watch more people consistently up the gameplay level that the whole game has just risen to.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see most of the same names from the Lolly Ho League and ZZ3 are hanging around the top of that leaderboard, but there are some new names sneaking in. There always seems to be a few new people in each tournament to keep an eye out on. Yeah,
agreed. And it's just part of the whole community in general. Just everybody's so welcoming and wanting to teach people. It's really good to see, and I'm glad to be part of the community. Y'all are really amazing, and just keep it up. We got Cecil throwing out almost 7,000 damage here. I think this fight's going to be over pretty soon.
Yeah.
Some really big numbers coming up here.
Don't even need to nerf on that one.
Everybody being zerked, this fight's not going to be going too much longer.
Not even sure we see the black hole. No, well, okay. I take that back.
Yeah, not quite enough damage to get through that, but we're going to be seeing rocks here really soon. Or not at all. GG's right there. That's amazing.
Well done, Alchemy. GG. Final time of 156.12.
I feel Alchemy played. I loved the opening that Alchemy did, going right to Hobbs, getting that. Speaking of, welcome, GG's Alchemy. I was just saying how I really liked your opening play.
Oh, what the slow was it?
Going right to that D-Mist and then going to get that Darkness Crystal.
Oh.
You had Darkness before everybody did, and that was I really enjoyed seeing kind of a different opening play from you. That was really neat.
Thank you. I will admit I felt like I had the biggest brain when when I looted that like firebomb and then used it to check Astura, and then I quickly looted like a rune axe. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was great seeing because all four of you did completely different openings, and
Wow.
it all kind of converged to the same area, and then one person made the right play to go the right direction while y'all kind of split off and went different routes. It was really amazing to watch.
I'm glad to hear. So when you saw me enter Silvera, like at the end when I was checking shops, and I actually stopped and I opened the wiki and I looked at the ninja hat tier, and then I looked at the S Pro tiers, and I was like, ooh, I've been wasting my time.
Oh dang.
Good to
So,
remember for next time.
I thought you had maybe forgotten that you had a curse ring and you're just kind of trying to find one, but
No,
I wasn't too sure what you were looking for.
I wanted a ninja hat for that sweet 28 agility for Rydia, because I actually wanted to use Rydia like really badly. I wanted to like use like mixed strats with cool spells, but you know, sometimes it's like I'm not a very competitive person, so I don't really get into the whole race mindset as much as other people. So I just kind of played the seed. Like I wasn't comfortable with the agility 25, and I wanted to use Rydia, so I looked for a ninja hat. It only occurred to me. It only occurred to me like midway through my shopping spree that maybe I should just slap on the curse ring and go to town. I have like 3 circles, it's gonna be fine. So I went ahead and did that. I just like seeing big numbers, and I don't know. I want to really get to the big numbers.
I am totally with you on that one. Big numbers always make me smile.
A seed like this where you're almost in go mode from the start of it's just there's so much open right away, and just navigating those first few minutes is just a challenge.
I personally felt pretty comfortable in the early to mid game, which is rare for me. I wish I didn't spend like 3 hours on Wyvern, because for some reason I wanted to keep Rydia alive, but I remember I to like do another Leviathan, but then I remember that that spot doesn't have that much HP. I don't know why in my head that HP was inflated. I was probably confusing it with the Mago Sister spot. So I just went like, just reflect the Mega Nuke, it's gonna be okay. And then it was. Wow. Big surprise.
Are you planning on doing any more of these, as many as you can, or are you just going to dip your toes into a couple more, or what are your plans?
I would like to do at least 4, not for any like big competitive reason, but I am just definitely curious to see where I end up in the qualifier ladder in quotations. I'm definitely going to try to make at least 2 more, maybe 5, because these races are a lot of fun.
Awesome. That's glad to hear. It's always good to hear that people are having fun and enjoying it.
Yeah, I love mass qualifiers. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but like seeing like 50 people race the same thing and then chatting about it with everyone else, it's like a really fun social experience for me. That's why I'm doing this tournament straight up.
Do you have anything else there, Cubs?
No, that's for me. GG, very well done, Alchemy. From all 4 of our runners, this was an excellent race to watch.
Well, I'll definitely have to check out the restream tomorrow or some other time if the couch and the capsule are commentating my seed. my. Also, Seed is the perfect boy and the true axe to smite evil, and I love him.
Yeah, Sid is the best. I'm with you on that one.
Okay, take care, everyone.
All right, have a good
Yeah,
one, and
you
GG's
too.
again.
Take care.
Very interesting to watch just how different all four runners' routes were there.
Yeah, definitely agreed. It was just a really great, fun race to watch. Just how everybody kind of split apart right away, and just where everything was. It was really interesting just to see it in general. But with that, we have a top 6 to announce now. After all this, Pankraz, Solaris, Blurry, Dakar, Possum, Plumeria. That's those are some pretty big names, and some that haven't been up there before. I'm pretty excited to see how this continues to push out.
I'm noticing a theme with this Pankraz guy. He joins a race. He seems to end up in that list.
Yeah,
Probably somebody to keep an eye out on.
I do want to give a huge shout out to everybody that does work behind the scenes, all the admins, all the restream crew. My co-commentator Cubs here, Neobari for the restream, and Leggy as well for tracking. I know I say it a lot. I've been a part of this community a really long time, and it's always good to see and have fun with everybody. It's really neat, and that's it for me for today.
I joined somewhat recently myself. It's a very welcoming, very open community that I'm very happy to be a part of. But in the meantime, we're gonna be raiding over to Hupfin, Radio Hupfin. Oh boy, we have ourselves a Lit 3 seed on the docket, a Lit 3 mystery seed. Yeah, this is gonna be a thing.
They're pretty spicy. I definitely recommend.
Yeah, go enjoy whatever it is that has been rolled for Hupfin, and tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, we'll hopefully see you all back here for the next qualifier.
All right.